Hello YouTube, this is Neon, and today the title of my talk is going to be Women Who Breastfeed in Public Uncovered. Yesterday I tried a little comedy routine to demonize women who breastfeed in public, particularly those uncovered, and it was a flop. I edited it, I re-uploaded it to YouTube, and it was a disaster. It was completely mucked up, and I erased it. But it wasn't funny anyway, so I'm just going to speak from the heart. First of all, I completely support women, obviously breastfeeding in public, and breastfeeding in public uncovered, meaning they don't have anything covering their chest and the baby. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to make clear. My hope is that women don't listen to this and be like, who is he to comment? He's a dude. This is not an issue for him. You know, he's a man. Why is a man trying to comment on women? You know, because I don't expect to be praised for this just because I am a man commenting and support a woman's right to nurse her baby, covered or uncovered, in public whenever she wants. I don't expect to be praised for that, but hopefully we don't take the attitude of, well, he's a man, he shouldn't be commenting either way. Because that's kind of like some people of color, some immigrants, some African Americans, small percentages may say stuff like, well, that person's white. Why should they even comment either way? They should just be quiet and get out of our face. And it sort of uses injustice to battle injustice. So, the first time that I ever saw a woman breastfeeding in public was on public transportation on the bus, and I was utterly shocked, and I stared for a while. I'm pretty sure I didn't break the 3-second rule, which I kind of made up. I don't know if that's a rule, but it's basically if a gay man, such as myself, is looking at a woman nursing and he stares for 3 seconds or more, he might be a little bit straight. Now I didn't stare for 3 seconds, but I stared and I looked away and I was shocked. Obviously, when a woman is nursing, her chest is going to be very ample because it's full of life-giving milk. I was very shocked. Sometime later, I saw on Facebook that, or it might have been Yahoo News, it was a woman who had to deal with a lot of passive-aggressive behavior for breastfeeding in public uncovered. In her case, I believe she was either sensitive to heat or her baby may have had a slight respiratory issue. So she was actually told by her doctor not to cover up while breastfeeding. And she talked about how people would look and stare, and she particularly was frustrated that another woman in a restaurant, while she began to breastfeed uncovered, gave her the evil eye, waited until she made eye contact with that woman, and the passive-aggressive woman waited until the breastfeeding mom made eye contact with her, gave her an evil eye, and then looked away like in indignation. And she was particularly frustrated with that, to see another woman behave like that. But I had no idea that, according to this article, wherever I saw it, something like in the 60s, Congress passed a law that protects a woman's right to breastfeed uncovered in all 50 states. And that is probably Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. too. Some of the reasons I already mentioned why some women will breastfeed uncovered in public. Obviously, children need to eat newborns need to eat probably every 2 hours. Women are going to be out in public even when they have newborns, obviously. And there's many, many reasons why women really don't cover up. And those may be respiratory issues with the baby, respiratory issues with the mother, sensitivity to heat for the newborn or for the mother. There's many, many reasons. And we should never assume that she's just trying to expose herself in public, be indecent, immoral, and try to disturb the peace. but that rather we should assume she has a valid reason and we should look away. And that's one thing that this woman had counseled. She said, if you don't like what you're seeing, and should you encounter a woman breastfeeding uncovered, she said, look away. She said, just look away. And I thought to myself, yes, that's what I did. When I saw this woman on the bus, and the bus was full, and this woman was brave and bold and strong, and she was just doing her thing, being a responsible, loving mom, and giving life-giving milk to her newborn baby. You know, she was doing it unapologetically, fearlessly, and she wasn't looking for people to give them dirty looks like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm breastfeeding my baby, and now what? She wasn't doing any of that. But she did seem sort of quietly confident, very confident about what she was doing. And she was doing a great thing. And I looked away, because I did feel uncomfortable. I never saw a woman, I don't think... Okay, one time this girl showed me her breasts. When I was 17, she was 17, I was gay, so I was like, can you get those away from me? But so I had seen a woman's breast before, but that was the second time I ever saw a woman's breast. Singular. The first time was plural. Anyway, so I looked away. I was very proud of that. And I think, obviously I think that Congress did a great thing in passing that law. And I think women should not be badgered for exercising their right to breastfeed uncovered. I'm using the same comedy routine here that, so I'm not using most of this stuff here. That comedy routine, by the way, did end in me praising women for breastfeeding in public, uncovered or otherwise. So hopefully we all know that breastfeeding, it's life-giving and absolutely necessary for newborns, that it gives them the floor they need to survive, it gives them the best nutrition possible, it gives them partial immunity to numerous diseases, as well as perhaps it gives them full immunity to some diseases, who knows, but it's very life-giving. There's a lot of mothers out there, I would presume, who can breastfeed and they choose not to. And yet, the mothers who are breastfeeding, sometimes they're getting dirty looks and people are smacking their lips and people are getting indignant and really being passive-aggressive towards these ladies for being responsible moms and for exercising their right to nurture their newborn babies the way they choose to best do so. These women deserve to be praised. They really do. And these women are role models. They're role models for what it means to be a responsible mom. You know, I had joked that me looking at that woman made me question my sexuality, because did I stare for 3 seconds? If I stared for 3 seconds or longer, I might be a little bit straight. But I didn't stare for more than 3 seconds, so I'm good there. You know, they say that love is an action word, and that truly breastfeeding a newborn child is an act of love. It is an act of love. These moms should be praised, covered up or not. And they should not be given the evil eye by anyone. So, great decision on the part of moms, and obviously for moms who breastfeed in public uncovered. I am going to try some other comedy routines where I take issue with stuff that is not an issue at all, and hopefully it'll work, but I need to work that out better, because this didn't work. I don't want to always have to do this kind of like little crazy look and the accent and all that stuff in order to do something that's funny. I don't always want to have to do this. I might want to do something a little like Saturday Night Live, where I say something straight-faced, but it's still crazy and kind of funny because it's so crazy. And hopefully I can develop something and then that'll work. That's about it. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, comment commercials, recommend my videos, do one or more of those things. And big shout out to all of the mothers who are breastfeeding uncovered and doing a great job at being responsible, loving moms. Best wishes.